Well, joining me now is the mayor of Memphis, Paul Young. Mr. Mayor, good to have you. So President Trump said you were happy that the National Guard is on its way to Memphis. Is that how you feel?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the other aspects of federal support, funding for the intervention and prevention services, the FBI, DEA, ATF, those traditional law enforcement partnerships. As I stated during the press conference earlier, the National Guard is not something that I think is a part of what will reduce crime in our city. I think the strategies that we've been implementing that have led to the declines that we've seen over the last 21 months that I've been in office are the things that we should continue to invest in. But I was also clear.
The president said he's moving in the National Guard. He didn't say he's surging ATF and DEA.
Yeah, so as a part of the dialogues that have been happening over the past week, those other resources have been a part of the partnership, a part of the dialogue. And so those are the aspects that I'm definitely happy about. In terms of the National Guard, it is not something that I believe reduces crime. But I understand that the president and the governor have the authority to make that decision. And so my goal as mayor is to make sure that as those individuals come into our community, that we have an opportunity to help guide and direct how they engage with our community and our citizens.
When do you think they'll be there? Have you gotten any word on that?
From all that I could tell, it's 2 to 4 weeks, but
2 to 4 weeks from now they will arrive?
That's my expectation, but I expect to have a lot more dialogue over the next week or two. We have been in communication with the governor's office over the past couple of days, and so we're going to iron some things out over the next week, and we'll have more knowledge on when they'll get here.
So you're not crazy about the idea, but it's not your call, as you recognize. It's the governor's. You don't have the authority to block this. But I was curious, the mayor of Shelby County, which is the all surrounding area of Memphis, he called this an occupation of Memphis. Do you agree with that, an occupation?
Well, I think there are a lot of citizens in our community that are scared and concerned about what this is going to look like. What types of clothes are they going to wear? Where are they going to be stationed? What authority do they have? Will they be arresting citizens? Those are things that
they can't
I think
arrest
are natural
people.
concern. Well, those are natural concerns, whether you may know that, but the broader community doesn't know those things yet. And I think that it's important for me as a leader of this great city to find the answers and be able to communicate those things and ease some of those concerns for our residents.
Yeah, federal law prohibits our military from being used for local law enforcement. But we do know that the president has said that just the presence of uniformed National Guardsmen on the streets in Washington, D.C., he says has really dramatically lowered crime in Washington, D.C. Memphis has some of the highest crime in the country. The National Guard being on the streets might help.
Well, I mean, I can tell you that there are residents all across our city that have varying perspectives, whether they want the guard here, whether they don't want the guard here. The reality is that they will be here, and my goal is to make sure that as they're here, that they are supplementing our law enforcement, the individuals that have been working hard over the past 2 years to reduce crime. We've seen some significant declines in crime across the board in 2024 and so far in 2025. And our goal is to make sure that we are continuing that trend in the downward trajectory that we're seeing it on right now.
Why is crime so high? It has been very, very high in Memphis for many, many years now.
Crime in Memphis and many other cities is all directly related to poverty. There are so many circumstances that individuals are dealing with in their lives, and when you get to a point where you have a lack of hope, a lack of belief that tomorrow is going to be better than today, then you take on different activities where you just go and do different things. And so our goal as a city, as we are doing all of these law enforcement strategies, we have to lean into the things that are going to change the mind state of individuals, the prevention.
So what is it you need? What do you need to lower the crime there?
We need resources for mental health, resources for trauma-informed counseling. We need resources for housing so that individuals can be stable. We need resources for cleaning up our neighborhoods and communities because blight contributes to crime. Those are things that we're working on many different levels. We welcome partnerships with the state and the federal government on those initiatives.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.